Valley Vipers kicked off the 2004 season in style. The Bakersfield Blitz helped the Hiss break in their 5th campaign, but it was the Vipers breaking open the game in the second half, outscoring their visitors from California 32-7. Quarterback Brian Snyder returned to the Rocket City with 7 touchdown passes, and the home team cruised to a 60-35 victory. Coach Kevin Guy's team hit the road 2 weeks later, dropping in on some old friends in the Quad Cities. The Hiss found a rude reception waiting. The top 2 teams in the league battled hard for a half, but the Steamrollers took control in the 3rd quarter and took round 1, 47-29. The Vipers bounced back with a trip to Texas, heading west to take on the Laredo Law. The boys snapped a 3-game road losing streak with Jerry and James and Ronnie Daniels each catching 4 TD passes. Tennessee Valley improved to 2-1 with a 68-43 win. The Vipers were back in the Snake Pit the following week for a date with the Memphis Explorers. The Hiss used defense to carry the day in front of over 5,000 fans. The home team picked off 3 Memphis passes. Henry Freeman took one of those to the house, and the Hiss moved to 3-1 on the year with a 43-33 victory. Quarterback Josh Kellett made his first start for the Hiss at Arkansas in the 5th game of the season, and the Valley native made the most of the opportunity. Kellett threw for over 230 yards and 6 touchdowns, rushing for another score and leading the Vipers to a 53-36 victory over the Twisters. They say there's no place like home, and the Hiss took full advantage of the home field against Bossier City in week 6. The Vipers won a team record 11th straight home game in easy fashion, bombing the Battle Wings 52-14. Kellett was sharp again with 5 scoring tosses. The outcome was never in doubt, with Tennessee Valley moving to 5-1. That home winning streak came to an abrupt end the following week when Florida came calling to the VBC. The Firecats beat the Vipers to the punch, never trailing in the game. The Hiss struggled on offense and came up on the short end of the final score. Florida 53, Tennessee Valley 30.
We've been insulted this week.
The tough times continued for the Vipers in Birmingham. Kevin Guy's team failed to get on the board in the first half, but battled back after the break.
We got to come in and we just got to ball out in the second half. Lay it on the line. This is a winnable ball game.
Tennessee Valley rallied from a double-digit deficit to force overtime in a low-scoring affair. Sean Sullivan's 40-yard field goal in the final seconds sent the game to OT. But it was Birmingham getting the better of the extra session for the 36-30 win. The Vipers snapped their 2-game losing streak at home the next week, sweeping the season series with Arkansas in the process. Jerry and James was the man for the Hiss, the tank catching 3 Josh Kellett touchdown passes and returning a kick for a score. Tennessee Valley tied down the Twisters 36-23. The winning continued on the road at Macon. James put in another primetime performance with 4 touchdowns. Josh Kellett tossed 5 TD passes, and the Hiss dominated the second half for a 54-38 victory, improving to 7-3 on the season. Week 11 brought a shootout to the Snake Pit. The Vipers were seeking vengeance on Birmingham, and the Steel Dogs came to play. Once again, the Hiss had the battle from behind, with Kellett and James hooking up for 2 touchdowns in the final minute, pulling out a 67-64 thriller. Memphis flipped the script on Tennessee Valley in week 12. The Vipers took a 4-point lead to the locker room at the half, putting 41 points on the board, but the Explorers got the better of the second stanza, sending the Hiss home with a 54-48 setback. The stretch run started on a positive note with Quad City visiting the VBC. It was another classic showdown with the Steamwheelers, with both teams trading big punches throughout. The score was tied with 10 seconds to go, and Josh Kellett found his favorite target. The Tank took it to the house, securing a 48-41 win for the Snakes. The good times rolled into Week 14 with Macon making the trip to Huntsville. The Vipers got off to a great start, but this would be another nail-biter. Josh Kellett found Ronnie Daniels and Marquise Floyd in the final 5 minutes. Win number 10 was sweet for the home team, 40-37 the final. Kevin Guy's team finally got an easy win on the road in Bossier City. The Hiss scored the first 4 touchdowns and never looked back. Kellett tossed 7 scores in the blowout, moving the team to 11-4 on the season with the 62-35 win. Tennessee Valley paid a visit to Florida to close out the regular season and played their best offensive game of the year. Josh threw in another 7-touchdown performance. Jarian joined the act with 5 TDs. The Vipers put a season-high 76 points on the board. Got a little revenge, too. The Hiss were heading to the playoffs with 12 wins, another division title, and a bye in the first round. 2 weeks later, it was time for a rubber match with Florida in the postseason. The Firecats came out on fire, scoring 24 unanswered points. The Vipers would claw their way back into the game, cutting the lead to just 3 in the final minute. Unfortunately, Tennessee Valley would end the season early, finishing with a 12-5 record.